Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel for another video on Marvel Contest of Champions. This one is focused on a particular mastery. Now I was thinking to myself, this mastery is quite good in beneficial aspects to Fury. So is it something that is quite popular? Is it only specific to certain champions? We're going to look at certain champions and also talk about whether or not this mastery is worth picking up against other ones which may be more specific to usage for different content. And that mastery indeed is Enhanced Fury. Enhanced Fury is just to the right of an Extended Fury, and I will get this maybe mixed up with Extended Enhanced. Extended Enhanced. The difference with Extended versus Enhanced, and obviously you've got to unlock it in order to get Enhanced Fury, but there's only usage to Extended Fury. Not when you're considering you've got champions like Nick Fury, and also you've got champions like Aegon, and as well you've got Beardo and Cosmic Supremacy. All those types of synergies do link in well to extend durations of Fury for different champions in different states. So Extended Fury isn't really applicable, especially when you're considering most champions that get Fury are predominantly the Cosmic class. Yes, there are others, we will get to that at some point. Should you at this point go, right, I'm going to change up my mastery groups and go, we're going to chuck them all into offensive just to put in the Fury? Well, that's not always the correct option, especially if you consider that there's other aspects to critical rating and critical damage which benefit all champions as opposed to one set bunch of champions. But if you're building some kind of grouping around a certain synergy, or at the same time you're looking to do some sort of content, this could be maybe a one-off build around the Enhanced Fury option in order to benefit a lot of different characters. A lot of the time when you're building a mastery, it shouldn't really centralize one character, because the way that command rolling different types of content, sometimes it may not be good to have a load of buffs, and at the same time the champion that you may have as your lead champion may not be one that benefits from the Fury effect. So diversification is pretty darn important. So let's have a look at what champions would be good around an Enhanced Fury mastery build. First up is Aegon, and what an absolute beast. This guy goes from battle to battle just like wrecking through things. Totally rate this as a champion. If anybody gets a chance to get hold of this guy, that obviously needs to be awakened in order to be really maximizing that power through the persistent charges. But yeah, going from battle to battle is just absolutely brilliant. Sabretooth, and kind of following on the same vein about going from battle to battle, persistent charges. Yeah, Fury's just absolutely tasty on this guy. One of my favourite champions at the moment to play in game. Crossbones, the dude gets loads of Fury stacked up, so that's going to be helpful to increase that duration from the Extended, and then with the Enhanced, increase the potency by 8%, so still pretty good. Star-Lord for sure, definitely with that Extended, and then with the Enhanced, it kind of does match in a little bit. Yeah, okay, the increase by 8%, but still, that's a good amount just like added on for the Fury that the champion gets. She-Hulk's up next. Recent improvements to this champion does mean that you'll be able to stack a lot of passive based Furies, which is still pretty cool. Damage output is still pretty high, so Extended is very helpful, because the longer that Fury is there, the more that you can build up, because they do expire. They need to be refreshed, so having a little bit more of an extra timer can be helpful with the Extended, and also the Enhanced meaning damage output is going to be quite viable as well. To an extent, Rhino's pretty good. Now Rhino does, like, I think he's fallen off with people's expectations and wants and needs, but still it is a viable champion for a lot of kind of like earlier content. So yeah, decent champion. Not exactly my favorite champion at the moment, but still something that I enjoy playing in arena from time to time. And also got Ghost, so tech champion that gets Fury, still pretty cool. And yeah, off the heavy attack, she gets it, so can be utilized if you choose to. But it's all about Cosmics. Cosmics are the ones where you get Furies. So we've got loads here to point out. Medusa at the far end. We've got Captain Marvel, Gamora, King Groot. Proxima even gets it, but I don't really use Proxima that much at the moment, especially with Angela at the far end. Yeah, we've got loads. So like most of these champions do actually put some kind of Fury in there. But obviously there's going to be some that stand out. In particular with new changes to Gamora, she's very much on that particular pedestal there. Damage outputting is going to be a lot higher. But you can't go wrong with that if you're predominantly using Cosmic-based champions. So that is really the kind of thought process behind that mastery. At the end of the day, any mastery build is to your liking. Yes, there are aspects of kind of build for different things. If you're building suicide masteries to balance out the high damage output against what damage you're taking back, it is geared towards extensive arena grinding and maybe getting through a lot of difficult content with huge damage output champions. But in some ways, do look at synergies like the Cosmic Supremacy synergy, which increases the duration of the Fury and cruelty based buffs. But also the mastery looks a bit null and void if you consider the fact that you're going to be using other champions for stuff. So for example, Nick Fury has kind of like an inbuilt, enhanced and extended Fury kind of mastery in that if you've got him in your team and he is dead, you get plus 20% attack rating. And then coupled with the fact if you've got a Miss Marvel in your team, then you're able to increase the duration of Fury based buff. So, you know, it's kind of like, and I'm not saying go out and get yourself a Nick Fury, but what I'm saying is I'm giving you options for this. There are ways around extending your Fury and enhancing your Fury that maybe don't require you to change your mastery setup and lose points in key areas if you were considering this is an option. Also, the thing to mention is it's not exclusive against Cosmic Champions. It's for all champions. If you consider the fact that the Cosmic Supremacy is all about Cosmics, and we discussed that, we also discussed other champions that get the Fury buff. So it's like saying, oh, if I've got a team with Captain Marvel, Nick Fury, I've killed off Nick Fury, and I've taken a champion like Crossbones, it's actually a pretty ass-kicking champion. The same thing could be said for a champion like Aegon, like She-Hulk. The list goes on. There's different viable options that don't mean you have to waste mastery points in a certain way, but it does give you that option, like I said, if you're considering it. Also, not forgetting, obviously, Beardo's got his own thing about Cosmics, but like we said, that gives you the option there of it doesn't have to be exclusive just Cosmics getting increased duration and also maybe increased damage. It can also be about other champions as well, utilizing that Nick Fury synergy, or if you wanted to go down the route of spending for the mastery. That has been a video all about comparing the mastery of extended and enhanced Fury against things like synergy build and also characters that could utilize and work with all three. Either way, it's interesting to test these things out. I may go a bit more in depth and test out certain characters with the mastery and maybe with some synergies as well at the same time. But either way, it's quite interesting to see and give the perspective to people on the subject. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button, subscribe for more Marvel Contest of Champions based content. If you've got a thought on the mastery or if you use the mastery, put it in the comment section below and follow me on social media, links in the description. If you want to join and become a member, hit the join button and help support me as a creator. And as well, I shall catch you in a live stream fairly soon. Thanks for watching. I shall catch you in the next one. Bye bye for now.